Hello, I'm Emons the scientist, and today I will be doing a concept on the physical changes and chemical changes. So, yeah, a physical change and a chemical change both have different kind of properties that define them, and they happen around the world around us every single day in many different ways, but they each have their main ways. So that's what we'll learn about. Okay, so a physical change and chemical change, they both are different changes that can happen to a substance or like element, but they do vary in different ways. So a physical change is a change in the properties of a substance without changing the actual substance chemically. So this chemical formula never will change. It would always stay the same if it is a physical change. Now, there are only a couple physical changes, but in those categories there are many examples, at least. So physical changes could be simple changes in color. Physical volume changes, if you cut, tear paper, that's a volume change. You could look at Boyle's Law and Charles' Law. Those are both examples of physical changes. Dissolving a substance, which we'll look at today, and that's a physical change. But to dissolve, remember, you have to dissolve it into another substance. And another one, the last one actually, would be phase change, where you're changing a phase. So liquid, solid, gas. So that's pretty much a physical change in what it is. Chemical changes, however, are much different. Chemical changes will change the chemical compound of the structure that it is changing. So, to better understand this, a chemical change is a change in the properties of a substance that will result in a new substance. So, you're changing the chemical formula, which is the chemical layout. So, a better way of understanding this, we could burn paper, and you'd get ash, which is a new substance. Types of chemical changes: synthesis, decomposition, single replacement, double replacement, and combustion. Now, there are billions of examples for every single one of these, but those are the main ones that you could do. So, like, all of those have different categories. Examples of chemical changes: rusting, baking, and then burning anything. Now, the clues that you can get from a chemical change: well, first of all, you'll see a new substance. Heat will be giving off, and it will also give off light. Color changing, which would actually be the actual substance color. Gas giving off, precipitation levels. So all of those could be clues to a chemical change. Now we're going to look at me burning paper as an example of chemical change, and then we'll dissolve sugar as an example of physical change. So let's do that. Okay, so here I have boiling water, which is an example of a physical change, but we are going to do a better example so you can actually see it. I am going to dissolve sugar. Did I run out of tea? Okay. And now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take the cup right here, and I will pour sugar into it, and you can see it dissolve into the tea. One small teaspoon of sugar for somebody, and big step for man. Alright, do you see all that sugar going in there? And now all the sugar is dissolving into the water. That is how I fall asleep, with a nice cup of tea with lots of sugar in it. Alright, so that will conclude my physical and chemical change concept. I hope you enjoyed this email. I'm gonna go put mine on 1 for 3.